I hear myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cue Ric Flair.
And so, how much do you drink a day? I said, I'll drink at least 10 beers and probably 5 mixed drinks. He said, well, how many days a week do that? I said, every day. He said, well, how do you mean every day? I said, I work every day. I drink the beer in the car, I get to the hotel, and I drink vodka. He came out of his chair like that. You drink every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and you've been doing that for how long? I said, well, let me see, it's 1989. I started in 72. You do the math, almost 20 years. He said, that's not possible. We said, oh, yeah, it is.
It is possible to drink every day if you're just good at it. That's all.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot.
Yeah.
Just take some effort.
Not a lot of effort either, just a little bit.
A little bit of elbow grease. That's all it takes.
Not a lot, just a little bit.
I like how we grew up. You know, we grew up with, when men were men, like your dad's a man.
Yeah.
My dad was a man. I'm a guy,
I'm a dude.
Yeah, you're a dude. I'm a guy. So I think it goes man, it goes dude. Man, dude, guy.
Oh, this is the world's largest fly.
Ha! Ha!
Fuck, that thing's huge.
So, man, dude, guy.
What about bro?
Man have cocks, right?
Yeah.
Dudes have dicks. Guys have penises.
Wieners.
Yeah. So like, if I'm, and again, I'm happily married. So dare I say,
There we go. Yeah. I love that precursor.
Dare I say I get into a conversation? Dare I say I get into a conversation where some girl goes, "Show me your cock"? I'll be like, "Okay, hold on."
Let's switch this up. Remember the one time
Guys have a penis. I got a penis.
We were drunk and we were trying to drink with these.
That was not a good time. It was very difficult. And I got long arms, so I always kind of looked like this.
Yeah, because these don't, they only go so far. You can't get your arm all the way out. I can't eat. My arm is fucked from physical therapy.
Of all the things that I've purchased for us, I think these are my favorite purchase of all time.
I might bring this to Michigan next weekend.
Absolutely.
I might legit drive out there with this.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Remember that night we went to that fucking
Chances are I'm going to say no. Go ahead.
While we were drunk, we went to that lacrosse game.
Yes, I do remember that.
And we were wearing these.
Yes.
It was these. We had the white suits on.
Yeah.
And all the people fucking taking pictures since we were driving the road, legit hammered. That was the time we tried to sneak through the toll booth behind that semi. And my wife's like, "Why do I have this $100 fine?" I have no idea. She's like, "It's coming from Hamburg." I'm like, "I wasn't there." And I'm like,
"Here's your picture. Fuck. Why are you wearing a panda hat?"
Fuck, we were there and we were so drunk.
So I bought us white suits one weekend. So sometimes Daryl will wake up and there'll be a package. And he knows
this is the worst thing is when I get a text from you on a Monday. "Hey, there's gonna be a package coming. Don't open it." Wait, where's it? It'll be on your front porch by Thursday.
Yeah.
Fuck. And it's always scary.
Yeah. So my there's a few things that I've always wanted to do ever, and I'm not saying we should do this on. We can't do this on next weekend because we don't have the right color suits that I bought. But I've always wanted this thing called White Suit Weekend. Okay. So on Friday, you put your suit on and you look like Dapper Dan, right? James Bond, right? You go out, you sleep in your suit, you get up, you brush your teeth, and you go back out in the white suit and drink all day Saturday. You wake up, maybe you go out on Sunday. You drink all day Sunday. You never take the white suit off. So whatever happens to the suits, you just wear it.
Yeah, you spill your fucking pizza on it or hot dog or whatever, and
sure, you get a fight. There's blood. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I would love nothing more than to do a podcast of White Suit Weekends. White Suit Weekend. It sounds good. It's brandable. Daryl, go ahead. Yep.
Have you watched the footage from the golf tournament yet?
I did not do a good job.
I don't think you did. I think you said you did a really, really bad job.
I think I looked at some of them and I did not do a good job.
No. Okay.
No, I will have to do better next time.
Okay. We live and learn. All right. Yeah.
I think I bought the wrong cameras for it.
Yeah.
Number one, I should have just got a GoPro. Honestly,
Yeah, I just saw a commercial for that the other day. I'm like, we should just roll this route.
well, these ones that I got are great for like podcasting. So the way that we're going to set up this thing when Jerry ever decides to show back up again, we'll have 2 angles. It'll be good. I got 2 desks I built. It's going to be great, allegedly. Which should have been our actual podcast name. But yeah, so it is what it is. I did not do a good job filming the golf tournament. There were times where I thought I turned it off, but I left it on. There's times where I thought it was on, it was off. It was bad.
Whatever.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
And you get some old bitch that like films Kennedy's head getting shot off. She did a way better job than I did, you know? So, or maybe it's Zapruder, I think was a guy, right? Zapruder was a guy. Sounds like a guy.
Where was it, dude?
Yeah. But yeah.
First name was
welcome.
Derek, right?
Is it Derek Zapruder?
Oh, that's Derek Zoolander. My bad.
Zoolander, yeah. How am I going to film a president getting shot in such a small car? Is this a car for ants?
A new smartphone.
You know, I up until about a year ago, I've never seen the movie White Chicks, and I've never seen the movie Ladies Man.
I have seen bits and pieces of both. Again, I've never seen the whole thing.
So
I
Miles
don't think I
quotes
could-
Ladies Man a lot, and it's always really funny. Miles has this brain where he can remember things that people say in movies. It's uncanny.
Go ahead.
I can't quote movies at all. But
I
if
can, but not like that.
But if he goes, hey, what's that movie with the guy with Gutenberg that did this, but he's got this, and whatever, like, oh, it's that movie. You know, whatever.
And a little lady.
Sure. Close. Yeah. I mean, 9 out of 10, you're right.
mean,
I could do that.
Yeah.
But I can't do this, like, remember lines thing. I'm just not good at it. People are like, oh, yeah, so what's a joke? I don't have jokes. No. Stories. I can.
Stories. We got stories.
I could walk you into a story every now and then. This is the first time I've ever worn this jersey, and I got this on my bachelor party in Baltimore. And
One of the fucking greatest trips of all time.
yeah,
I did not get a jersey. I think I was the only one that didn't get one.
I got one by proxy because somebody felt so bad that I didn't get one when everybody else got one.
Because you paid for them.
I paid for all of them, yes. $40 a piece. I bought 6, I think.
And there was not one of us that was an Orioles fan.
No.
I was in the group. I didn't get one, but some random guy at the bar did.
Shit, really? God damn it. Oh well. I'm really bad with money, obviously. Which brings us to our next thing. This episode is going to be about betting. Bets. Look at the bear claw. Where are you at with bear claws?
I
Like
don't
the
like
donut.
'em.
You don't like them?
Don't care for them. No.
Man, I love it.
I'm not going to say I hate them or they whatever. I'm not a fan.
But you don't drink
like
coffee
them.
either, right?
No.
So you're obviously a communist. Okay.
I tried that shit once and just wasn't my bag, man. I didn't like it.
I had asthma when I was a kid, and we used to go to this weird ass doctor. Like, so when I had broken ribs, he's like, "Yeah, I have 3 broken ribs." And my mom's like, "Well, should we get X-rays?" No, you don't need X-rays. Just go for it. 2 weeks, don't do shit. When I had an appendix that was bursting, he fingered my ass, and he
You'll be
had,
fine.
but he had both pointer fingers in my mouth. It was so weird.
Treated you a fucking Chinese finger trap.
Dude, I was listening to a podcast, and do you know what a moil is?
A moyle. Moyle?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so when in the Jewish faith, a moil is the person that gives a circumcision, and part of the treatment is that they suck the baby's dick. I'm not saying I'm for it or against it,
I'm.
but I'm pretty much against it.
Yeah, I don't think that's cool.
So apparently babies
I
have
mean,
died.
I was there watching my son get circumcised, and
I didn't watch.
Nobody slurped it, so
No, I did not watch
they're
it.
like eating when you take a sip of the placenta, or take a drink out of the.
Did you cut the umbilical
No.
cord or no?
No, they snapped that fucking shit right out.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did.
You did?
Yeah, yeah. And now that you mention it, because I was trying not to throw up.
Sure.
Because Krista had a C-section again because she had to have an emergency C-section with Abo. And then when we were having Brady, she's like, I'm just going to have a C-section because
Well, 'cause she wants mommy to be tight. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
She's a team player.
And she's like, I'm just going to keep my vagina tight the way you like it.
Yep.
Because your thin little dick isn't going to stretch it. And let's
That's
not
fine.
just push that bowling ball out.
That's
And
fine.
She's like, the scar's already there. They're just going to cut it open again. And then I looked over because they had the curtain.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like a fucking
right-
David
it
Blaine
was right,
skit.
yeah, it was right after Chris's titties.
There's like
And
mirrors
she's
and
laying there,
deck of
we were
cards.
just talking, just having a good old conversation. She's all numbed up and shit, and doctor's cutting her fucking guts open. And I looked over the curtain after they pulled Brady out. And I saw all her guts.
Bad bear. Hey.
Oh,
Hey,
and
be
I
a
saw
man.
her guts on her fucking. They had just literally put them on her chest.
Okay. Get past it. Fast forward.
Did this? Just fucking dizzy doctors do it. Oh,
So you threw up in your wife's stomach. Like, long story short.
I legit puked my wife's guts. And then they scrolled all that shit right back in there.
So you could actually, like, if you ever say to Krista, I hate your guts, it's because you've actually seen them.
'Cause I
Your
can
guts.
use that line.
I hate your actual guts. You should have.
And I was like, why did I look over the fucking fence?
You should have
why
thrown
did-
some googly eyes in there. Like you guys are all googly eyed. Your guts are all googly eyed and dumb. Yeah.
Oh,
No, the first one I just had surgery on my hand, so I was all fucking loopy and shit.
you're such a fucking kid. My eyes are watering.
The doctor goes, apparently we went to a place where maybe they were Barnum and Bailey rejects. Everyone in the room was 4'4". So I'm 6 foot whatever. I'm standing there and they go, hey, and my wife had no anesthesia, no nothing. My wife is a fucking badass bitch. So they're like, hey, you got to grab a leg and you grab back of her head. And when she pushes, you got to do this. I had hand surgery. I had a plate in my hand like fucking 4 days ago. Right. So I'm doing this and I feel nothing but pain. Right. Everything. And I'm making it about me because I'm a narcissist, obviously. Right. So I'm like, hey, this is hurting me a lot. And she's like, yeah, I'm pushing a fucking human out of my vagina. And I'm like,
Hand hurts, you little.
I'm like, shush. So, and I'm giving it my all, I'm trying my hardest, And this lady comes up to me and she goes, hey, we are afraid that you're going to pass out and fall on all of us, which is a good, because I'm 6 whatever, and it's literal like midgets, like the people, like the Munchkin kids, or what we rep, the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild is there delivering the baby, and I'm like, so they got me a muffin and they got me apple juice, and I sat in a chair like a good boy,
Fucking child.
like a child, while my daughter gets born.
Yeah.
So that was that. So, anyways, this episode is about betting, I think.
Are we gonna get there? Because
Sure.
we're all over the fuck place right now.
I don't have pen and paper, but I do have
I
this.
do.
Oh, good. So I like to use a service called Odd Sharks. Okay, so Odd Sharks, they say they use AI, and they run a game based on the mathematical equations of like average stops on defense, average yards per pass, all the pertinent stats. They run it 10,000 times to give you a predictive score. So first week is always total dog shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I lost $100 last week. Second week is still kind of dog shit because most football teams don't play, especially college. They play kind of cupcake teams moving up.
I'm waiting for this app to load right now, and there was a 6 versus 9 matchup last weekend, right? In college, LSU
I think so.
and Florida State.
Yeah. Florida State won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, most people play cupcakes, and everybody's giving me shit this year. Michigan schedule, this, that, and everything. I'm like, this isn't like the NFL where in April it comes out for this year.
Well, I also hate the fact that
college,
I would hate the fact that
schedules are 3 to 4 years out.
yeah. If I was a Kansas City fan yesterday, and I got some clients that are Kansas City fans, I would hate the fact that Thursday, week 1, we're going into Detroit's coming to us, and Detroit is stacked on defense. Your guy from Michigan looked great, by the way.
I loved hearing that yesterday, and it was funny on Twitter too. They're like, "Hey, the Michigan State fans that always said he was overrated and this, that, and everything." I'm like, that motherfucker got double teamed for 2 years. He was an absolute monster.
Yeah. He's great.
And
he's great.
Went balls deep last night, and that's all they did. Every fucking time they're like 97. He's in on a guard. Watch what he's gonna do, and he was in Mahomes' face all game.
When he would slide in at D tackle,
his motor doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Just like his dad, he is a baller.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
He's probably the best Michigan lineman that came out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That I could remember. I mean, I thought Taco was going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, he kind of fanned out with Dallas for a while.
Sure,
I mean,
sure, but yeah, no. So if I'd be really pissed off if I was a fucking KC fan. I'm like, fuck, we got Detroit week 1. We got people holding out and stuff like that. I think if you had Kelsey in, if you had the other guy in, Jones, I think it's a different game, especially because they lost by 1 point or something like that.
One, yeah.
But that was a sleeper pick. And the AI actually said, take Detroit to win.
Everybody was saying going into the game yesterday, they said the Detroit money line was the bet to make.
It was 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good pick. Good pick. But college is a little different because college, week 1, for example, I had, what was Michigan? A 27.5? 32 and a half.
32. Yeah, 32, 33.
32 and a half. And
they
won
told you
by
they were
what?
going to win by 50 and they won by 27.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I won that bet, but like, you're still kind of like giving up the same betting principles as if you were picking like a regular team to win straight up. Like, so if, a number 8 team is playing a number 13 team and the point spread is 2.5, and you pick that team to win, you're getting plus like 130 versus plus 110. It was kind of a negligible amount. So even if you win that big ass bet where they were supposed to get blown out, they didn't, you still don't get a lot of juice on that, So by like week 2, week 3, now the computers start to actually work for you. So this is a tough time to bet.
Like,
we're actually,
what's going on tomorrow?
We're gonna send pictures of our balls to each other. It's
obvious.
Ball Pictures Saturday. Duh.
Bama and Texas.
Okay, so one would think.
It's a 7:00 game.
So Bama, Texas. Oh God, this is requiring me to read. Are you serious? Is there like on a computer?
I mean, week 2 you got week 1 you had a 6-9 matchup.
Yeah.
Right, Florida State and LSU.
How do I do? Is it Control F to find?
Dude.
I did it.
And now you've got a 3-11 matchup here.
Okay, so I have
Dude, how the fuck did Ohio State get jumped first week?
and you're
That's
liking
right,
that.
because they looked like dog shit.
Texas
Fucker!
State.
This fucking dog.
Yeah, I get it.
I think we have a mouse in the side room in the pantry. Krista found a top of like a Pringles can, the plastic, and it was all chewed up.
Hot.
And Tucker's fucking diving by the football helmets in the boxes. He's like jumping over my fireworks. I'm like, I gotta get this fucking dog out of here.
All right, so hey, that's a great pick. Okay, so Alabama's number 3, Texas is 11.
Yeah.
Okay, the spread is 7 for Texas. Okay, and AI is saying it's going to be 36 to 35. So if we wanted to bet on that, I'd probably take Texas to cover. But also Alabama is a motherfucker. And I always feel that Texas gets a little bit overrated on things, right?
I do too, and everybody's like, Texas is back, but I'm like, and then they just get fucking stomped in a game where they should be winning, and they don't. I mean, this is a huge matchup.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take. Let's do fucking.
I don't know why this thing just the fucking goddamn cocksucking.
Just kill yourself
right here. Well, then I can't look
do
at
it
any
all.
scores. I can't look at anything.
Just do us all a
Even
favor.
a fucking what do you call it? Is shot.
Your life. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to take Texas to cover at +7, but still, it's going to give me like 110 on that, which is kind of dumb. You know. Mouse is like, we're all watching, no pressure. I'm like, I wouldn't watch this shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it at all.
Dude, it's Friday night in your time, it's 9:45. You fuckers don't got anything else to do?
Well, yeah, but they're really nice guys. So at Texas, if I take 7.5, and it's saying 7 here, I'm going to take Texas at 7.5, and that's still giving me -112. So that's kind of dumb. So we're going to add more. All right. So what's another good one? If we go down the list and look, here's a good one. UConn and Georgia State. Okay. UConn is getting +3. Okay. Georgia State. It's saying it's going to be 27 UConn to 25. So if I take UConn to win, it's going to give me a little bit more of a boost, right?
Yeah.
So if I do that, UConn. If I take them to win, it's a +130. So now we're cooking with some grease here, okay? As Bart would say, cooking with some grease. And he says, hey, do the hard part. Hard part doesn't work for me because I have no hairline, Bart. I just don't have a hairline, Bart.
Oh.
It's no one's fault.
I wasn't quite sure what the pandas also have a hard part. I'm like, are we talking dicks? Are we talking hair?
Is there something weird about pandas? Like, do you think who has like syphilis?
Pandas.
No, it's the koalas have syphilis.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
You know why? Because they're really cute.
Hey, why don't you look at the Oregon Texas Tech game? That is intriguing to me because Oregon just blew out somebody by like 70 points last weekend.
Okay, Oregon or Oregon or Oregon.
Oregon.
GON Oregon Trail.
Yeah, they won 81-7 last weekend.
Okay.
Well, Texas Tech is just one of those teams where they can sneak up on you.
Always spread.
Okay.
Spread's
only 6. So.
All right. So the spread is 6, and they're saying that Oregon wins 46-25.
That's going to be a fucking shootout. I'd take the over in that. That's 68.5. I'd take the over that game.
Okay. So take the over Oregon. Oregon. O-R. God damn it.
E.
Yeah, I got it. So we're going to take the over. There we go. Okay. So even over is like -110.
Yeah.
So still,
Oregon has no problem putting up fucking points. And
If I bet-
neither does Texas Tech.
if I bet 30 right now, it's only at 249. I need a little bit more.
Well, fuck you then.
I picked
Iowa State. Oh,
no
boy.
Iowa State fucked me in the ass last
I
time.
know.
And I know a certain person from Iowa that we all love.
Bart, sorry.
No,
What about you?
Audra.
Oh, Audra.
Yep, we love Audra. But okay, so they're saying that
Tech.
they're saying Iowa State wins.
Cyclones can be tough, and that's at their house too.
They're saying Iowa wins. So if I take Iowa to win,
Let's go back. That's at Iowa State, man.
they killed me last week. So if I take them to win, I'm at plus 164. And where's my bet at?
Oh,
So if I bet right now, if I bet 20, I'm at 422. Okay. So right now I have Texas plus 7.5.
taking the points.
That's a good bet. UConn straight up at Georgia State, which is crazy. That's plus 130. Taking the over Oregon, and Texas Tech, and Iowa State
I'm
to win.
sitting here saying that's going to be a shootout, and it's probably going to be a 21-17 score because that's just how
They just beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
If you let's say that your daughter
Oregon doesn't
had
like to play defense. They legit they're gonna boat race you.
just fart.
No,
Oh,
I
it sounded
thought
like,
that was somebody at your house talking.
no, it sounded like one of your farts.
No, I haven't farted yet.
You fart like a really scary door.
I know.
Like,
Yeah. I heard it too, and I was like,
because you never. And Doug Lampley, you're bad at money. Yeah, I know, Doug. I need the help. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate you. No, Doug. I'm really good at spending money. I'm not good at keeping money. I can make money. Pretty good at it. Keeping it. Doug's one of those guys that makes money work for him.
oh, those are the guys.
Smart guy. And he always wears neon shorts. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Tan legs.
For days. Oh, he's redheaded, so I don't know if he gets like too tan.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, when the sun's out, I think everyone goes, is Doug okay? Like, for real. But smart dude. And he loves cigars, which I also appreciate.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm taking Iowa State to win.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. That's what the AI is telling me to do. I had to skip past here. I'm going to share my screen. So Iowa State, and I like Iowa. So if answer me this, Daryl. If your daughter had two offers, that's it. Two offers. Iowa or Iowa State. What are you pushing for?
Iowa.
Yeah.
Just because they're in the Big Ten, and I respect Iowa.
So against the spread, last week Iowa
their
absolutely raped me.
Is and has been an absolute house of horrors
Mm-hmm.
for Michigan. Once the sun starts to set.
Well, I think they play Michigan really well, but I think they play other teams that they should beat soundly, and they let them stay in the game.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
against the spread, they're always shit.
We beat the fuck out of them by 50 in the Big Ten championship the other year. But I mean, you have a 7:30 game at Kinnick. The house of horrors. Everything that is good could go wrong, goes wrong there. That is the worst place to play, hands down. And then Penn State is the second one at night.
Yeah.
It is fucking scary to play there at night.
So like Eastern Illinois and Bowling Green, I wouldn't touch because there's no spread, there's no over under, and AI is saying 28.2 to 28.2. Like AI is saying we don't even fucking know. Like so that's computers running it 10,000 times in a row and it comes up with the same score, I wouldn't touch that.
We were discussing this before we went live. And I know you touched on it. The Colorado Nebraska game.
Yeah.
Just to touch on this,
I mean, Iowa State is just it's too close.
There's some shit going on with NCAA and Michigan and some sanctions.
Bart, I'm telling you right now, Bart, I will send you a picture of my hard part tomorrow. You'll be like, yeah, don't ever do that again. Yeah. Just don't do it again. You can't be moderately bald and have a hard part. I think we figured that out.
I wasn't quite sure where I was going with that. I forgot it was the joke about your hair. I was like, I'm looking at as I'm dressed like a panda. I look down. I'm like, well, okay.
So Eastern Kentucky, look at that one. Okay. So Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, right? Eastern Kentucky is getting plus 35. And AI says,
I don't even have a line.
Eastern Kentucky is going to win. That's what AI is saying.
I got no line on that game.
Oh, really? So
yeah, I got no over and no line.
It's plus 35. Over under is 59.5, and it's saying they don't even know. So, like, that's what I don't like about this thing. But in college basketball, this is my cheat sheet to the second round of the tournament. First round, fuck that. Don't bet your money. Third round, bail out. Don't do anything. I won 30 grand in the first 2 weeks of March Madness, and I lost 36 grand the last two. So just don't do that. But yeah, so I think for this bet, I think I'm pretty satisfied here. I'm going to put 20 on it. 20 gets me 422, and the bet's going to be Texas with the points plus 7.5. UConn straight up to win plus 130. I'm taking the over Texas and Oregon at minus 110. That's
going to be the one that catches us. I know it.
And Iowa State, I'm taking to win straight up over Iowa, which in the game's at Iowa State, right?
It's at Iowa State. Yeah, it's at the Cyclones. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna lock that one in. Boom.
Right. So what we talk again? I'm gonna go back to this. We talked about this as we were leading into the start button.
Show prep. Yep, sure.
The Colorado Nebraska game.
Yeah.
How
much of it is hype with Dion?
All of it. But problem with that is
he's not wrong.
I don't know how good of an actual coach he is. I will tell you this.
Those kids will die for him.
He will motivate and hype that team into oblivion. I mean, when he left Jackson State and he left that fucking program, and
I was kind of pissed off.
I was too, but I mean, he knew he wanted to go to D1.
Yeah, of course.
You know, he wanted to get to a big school. When Colorado hired him, I'm like, all right. And they were 1-11 last year. They were complete utter dog shit.
2-10,
whatever they were. Complete dog shit.
Yep.
He comes in this year and they beat
TCU
last week. Something my team couldn't do last year.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, granted it was by a field goal and everything, but
and the quarterback for TCU last year will probably never have a college career or have a pro career.
No,
but
just balled
that out. Kid deserves to have some sort of contract for a few years. Yeah. I mean, that guy reminded me of how people are trying to figure out Tebow in the NFL. Like he's if you're there at the end, you're nervous as fuck.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah, you got to bury that guy.
And it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But the hype, I think the hype is real. I think Colorado can be a very good team. I think they stay in the top 25 most of the year. I don't think they crack the top 10.
No.
But even if you're T20, T15, I think that's a solid year for Dion. I don't know about him as a coach as
What-
much as as a motivator and as a hype man.
Well, I
And
mean, so
think
what,
he gets those kids fucking ready to run through a brick wall. Everybody else around him teaches them, coaches them, whatever. And-
so okay, I know you hate Nick Saban, right? And let's even take Harbaugh, right?
Why do I hate Nick Saban? I hate him like I hate fucking Dabo,
Yeah.
whatever. Like I hate Urban and
Mhm.
everything because they win.
Sure.
That's it. They're fucking phenomenal coaches, just like Belichick in the NFL.
But so the difference between Belichick is that, and let's say Saban, right? If you listen to people talk about Belichick, and I watched Edelman. He was on a podcast recently, and he was just talking nonstop about what it's like to be in the Patriot system, right? Belichick, instead of being offense, defense, watching film, he has everybody watch film together. And he goes through every play of the game multiple times over. He has people measure the splits on the offensive line. If you were at 6 inches, if you were at 7 inches, like all that shit, right? If you drop a pass, if you hook at 9 yards instead of 10 where you're supposed to be, all that shit. Everything is perfect. I don't know that Saban does that. I don't know that Dabo Sweeney does that. I don't know that even Prime does that. But Prime has fucking athletes like a motherfucker.
And that's the thing too, and that's it. They have athletes. I mean, he walked into
That kid can't play
Colorado?
fucking 115 snaps a game
and said,
forever,
"You aren't
right?
he played 60 some on offense and 50
80,
on defense.
he played 85% of the total snaps.
and he had an interception,
Yeah.
a couple pass breakups,
And
had
110 yards passing.
over
You're
100
receiving.
yards receiving.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe the hype's real. I think Colorado will do okay this year. I don't think they're cracking the top 10. And if they do, it's just because
It's the hype. It's the hype.
and it's
Well,
where they play.
Do you know that? So I heard this too this week that Colorado didn't have the money to pay Dion the contract,
Yeah.
but the boosters
Boosters.
raised the money. They raised his contract's like $28.5 million, right? They raised $27 million, and for the first time ever, and like the last 10 years or whatever, season tickets sold out.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of shitty teams a couple years ago, like when the Bills signed T.O. It's a ticket grab.
It's
You
all
know?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah. When the Bills hired Rex Ryan, it's kind of a ticket grab. You know, it just is.
Asses in the seats.
Sure.
And the whole thing with Dion, though, is he walked in there day one when they announced him as coach. The whole football team was in there, and he legit told them, "You ain't here to fucking play football. Pack your fucking bags. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out."
And he walked people out of the
Their
door.
fucking team jumped in the portal,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, "Oh, boy." But the people that were there wanted to play for him, and the people that came in wanted to play for him. Like I said, I think he's gonna have a good year. I think they'll do okay, and that's as far as I'm going with him.
Sure.
Give it a couple years. I mean, I loved what he did at Jackson State. He turned that fucking program around. I think he's more of a motivator, hype man than he is a coach, but we'll see.
But that's
He's in the
cool-
big league.
so-
He's in the fucking big leagues now.
But I
Where
think
does
when you're a D1 coach,
Colorado-
that's all you got. Like that's
No,
what
it
you
ain't.
are.
The thing is, though, recruiting wise,
Recruiting wise, he wins.
You want to play for a guy like that. You
Yeah.
want to play for fucking Deion Sanders.
Sure.
You know, and his track record speaks volumes, and that's where a lot of coaches, fall behind. I mean, you want to go to Alabama.
But we've always said this about
You want to go to Ohio State. You want to go to fucking Clemson. You want to come
Sure.
to Michigan. You want
Yep.
to go to these schools. I mean, the big time. And there are certain kids from certain areas of the U.S., down
Sure.
south, out west, that don't want to come to Ohio State and Michigan because of the weather.
yeah, it's cold. Yeah.
But now, fucking USC and Cal are now in the Big Ten. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, I
You
think
know-
if my kid, or let's say me and you are seniors in college, right? The money that you're going to make on NIL deals, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Um,
Image and likeness.
Yeah. So the money you're going to make on that, you want to go to the teams that are going to have the most like the most games on prime time, stuff like that, right?
It's not that. It's who's going to get your most exposure. Because right now we're falling behind because we are.
So you're talking about Michigan, right?
I'm talking about Michigan.
Right.
It's falling behind in that aspect, and we are losing a lot of talent because academics means more to our school, the pedigree of a Michigan degree in the way of life than it does other schools.
And same with Notre Dame too, right? I mean, you can admit that.
Yeah, yes. 100%. Okay. Actually, I would put Notre Dame above us.
Sure. Okay.
Ohio State, they have like underwater basket weaving. We've seen the quarterbacks come out of there who have just slung the ball around everywhere and got really high draft picks, but never panned out in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
There's not one fucking quarterback that ever played at Ohio State that ever.
It's weird how Ohio State has never had a good quarterback, but their receivers are changing
hands down.
Complete NFL.
Just fucking the only reason.
Just get one asshole that can throw a good ball.
The Ohio State quarterbacks get drafted as high as they are because those fucking receivers.
Yeah,
those receivers are so fucking good. And I hate that I said that. And I've said this to you, and I've said it to other people. Fucking goddamn Ohio State receivers are godlike.
If my kid can throw, if my kid is a medium D1 prospect and he can go to Ohio State, you're throwing to legit. If you're an 11 personnel, you're throwing to 3 number ones.
Top 5 fucking receivers all day.
At all times. Yeah. Yeah.
So many of those fucking quarterbacks look so good.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I agree.
Today I was at poker and fucking Ohio State kid came in and was talking shit. I'm like, he was talking about CJ Stroud. I'm like, he's fucking god awful.
Yeah.
2 biggest games of his career, the last 2 years against Michigan,
shit the bed.
Fucking 8 up. Yeah, he went top 5 this year.
That was a bad pick.
Fucking thing.
That was a really bad pick.
But those fucking receivers, Harrison Jr. is coming out next year.
He's going to be number 1 overall, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Those receivers scare the absolute fuck out of me.
So you can throw a duck into double coverage, and most likely it's either going to be an interference play or
they're coming down with
the ball.
Catch.
I mean, you're fucked either way. So, here's my question though.
I hate it. I hate saying it.
I hate admitting I'm actually really proud of you that you can say it.
I'm a real football fan.
So
I can admit when my team's dog shit, which it has been for many, many, many years up until the last.
I wouldn't say dog shit. I would say
they were
competitive, but
yeah.
Michigan isn't known for actual product by like position. Like, what's Michigan's product? You can go left tackle.
We're more of the big dudes in the middle.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not quarterback. We're not
never hit with running backs.
Biako
Tuga.
We got 2 good ones this year.
Yeah. Never been a good hit with quarterbacks other than Tom Brady, but Michigan even motherfucked him, right? Yeah. Defensive backs, yes.
Yeah. I mean, we got some good linebackers. We're not linebacker you. We're not targeting you. None of that shit. We're just kind of middling with good fucking players.
Michigan has no position that they really hang their hat on.
Ohio State, everybody wants to hang their hat on the quarterback situation because they get drafted.
And I wouldn't. I would never buy an Ohio State quarterback to save my life. Yeah.
Ohio State is wide receiver university right now.
And Ohio State has produced really decent cornerbacks, I would say. They've produced decent linebackers. And with the Bosa guys, you got D-line. That's one family. Yeah. That's one family. Yeah.
The Watt brothers, coming out of fucking
Jesus Christ,
Iowa or whatever the fuck.
How does the Watts mom how are they not farming out their own sperm?
Yeah, I know.
Are you serious? Like, that bitch has made 3 defensive All-Pros?
Yep.
3?
Yeah. Every one of them.
Insane.
fucking monsters too.
Monsters. Boza just signed the biggest contract for any defensive player, and he's worth it.
I hate it.
Yeah, I know, but
I hate it.
he's worth it. He's good.
He's very good.
They got a weird nose though.
I know.
Fix your nose. You got fucking $1 billion.
Yeah,
Fucking
$8 billion. Get your fucking shit back.
fix it a little bit.
You're in fucking where he's
San Fran.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like near LA. Go see those guys.
Let's go see a guy.
Yeah, go see a guy.
Fix your nose. You know, if I had that much money, I wouldn't have such a shiny forehead. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would. No, I think the mark of a good quarterback or a good coach for D1. I'm telling you, I don't think Saban breaks down film the way Belichick does. Debo looks like shit now that he doesn't have a transcendent quarterback, right? He was good with Watson, and he was good with Trevor, whatever. Trevor Lawrence. But now he's kind of average.
And it's the thing too. It's kind of a cyclic thing, you know.
Oh, good word.
Bama just they had that run.
But Bama's been great with shitty quarterbacks.
They have been because the whole fucking team is. That goes back to what I said. You want to go to that school.
Yeah.
So Alabama and Clemson,
Greenbow, Alabama.
and all these big schools that are in the national championship picture are pulling in all the 5-star recruits, which I mean, granted, you're a 5-star and you go to a pedigree like Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Michigan, whatnot, you're expected to perform. They don't all pan out. They don't.
Sure.
There's a few that just get there and flake, but they're getting and that's what a lot of these schools are based on is where are your stars? You know, hey, Alabama's got more 5-star recruits than Clemson and Ohio State combined. Okay,
sure.
Great. But what did they do with it? The last 2 years, Alabama kind of hung around, but they got punked.
Well, you've seen also too guys that get drafted that never even got the field time in Alabama. They get drafted in the 5th round, and those guys for defensive back, first of all, are more apt to get a second and third contract because they're really fucking good, but they never saw the field on Alabama.
You want to know who was an absolute shock to me that got drafted as high as he did, and he plays in the AFC East?
Who?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, I didn't think he was a first round guy.
No.
And honestly, if you look at the critics,
he came in and he was average at best. Again, another quarterback playing with fucking 5-star.
But I think he's on the outs too in New England. I don't know that he's not gonna sign a max deal like fucking Burrow just did.
No. He absolutely isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Belichick's holding on and trying to see what he can get.
They already got another guy in. They already just traded for another guy.
Yeah. But it's like,
it's what I like to call, Daryl, the Scalabrini effect, right?
Right.
Remember? Yeah. So some kid went to Brian Scalabrine or whatever his name is, and he said, you suck or whatever. And Brian Scalabrine goes, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me. Right? So
disgusting.
Which is the sickest fucking dig of all time.
How do you come back from that? What do you say?
You don't say shit.
No.
You can't.
You put your dick in your asshole and go cry yourself to sleep.
So to the people that don't know who Brian Scalabrine is, tell people who Brian Scalabrine is.
I don't even know. He is a
journeyman, I would say.
I don't even know if I would call him that. He's a legit G leaguer.
I would say he's a 7th chair, maybe 8th chair on an NBA roster.
Yeah. He could play the game.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that guy that's going to take over a game. He's going to be that guy that gives you 6-7 points. Give your guys a
I think Scalabrine averaged maybe 2 points his entire career. Maybe.
Yeah. You might catch him on a hot streak.
Sure.
He was one of those guys that
he's a Judd Bushler.
Yeah. in the Bulls back in the 90s.
Sure.
He gave you minutes when you needed them.
But if Judd Bushler's in your league,
Scalabrine never hurt your team, though.
no.
That was but he was out there. He never hurt you. He wasn't turnover prone. He wasn't scared. He just didn't give you a lot of points. He got the guys rest.
Mm-hmm.
He journeyman.
Bushler was my favorite because Bushler would, in garbage time, jack
big dude. Yeah.
any fucking shot he had an open shot for.
Yeah.
And Bushler,
he's like, I'm not giving it up. It's given. Go to fucking hell. He's like, whoop.
yeah, Bushler would be in for 2 minutes and score 9 points.
Let's see.
But Judd Bushler is better than any basketball player I've ever even been close to. And you think, well, it'd be,
Dude, here's fucking Scalabrine's career line.
Okay.
1.1 points
Per game.
This is per game.
Okay.
0.8 rebounds.
Okay.
Half an assist.
Okay.
46.7 from the field.
How many years did he play? 10 years? I'm saying 7 years.
11.
11 years. So he played 11 years.
2001 to 2012.
So for 11 years, Scalabrine was on a roster. And
Played for 4 teams.
And
he played for 3 NBA teams.
And so the best line I've ever heard in my life is that some people were talking shit to him, and he goes, yeah, I'm closer to LeBron than you will ever be to me, which is a fucking dime of a fucking line. A dime of a line.
He won. He's got a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celtics, right?
Yeah. 2008.
Yeah.
And that's a great fucking thing because you watch some of these guys that make it, and even in the NFL, NBA, baseball, and shit like that, and they make it to this show.
There's weird outliers like that. Jeremy Lin,
Dude just went fucking berserk for
a
year and a half.
But Jeremy Lin went crazy because he never got any time, and he just started jacking fucking shit. It started making it.
Went in. And all went in.
Do you remember the article where they said, I think New York Post said, a chink in the armor?
And that guy got fucking shit canned up immediately.
And he goes,
a complete Freudian slip.
I think he knew what he was doing. Yeah. I think he knew what he was doing. I mean, I would have said it.
Jinkies.
Yeah, jinkies in the armor. No, I think that's what Alabama is. Alabama has legit 1A guys, right? For the first 2 lines. And then they got a bunch of Scalabrinis that could still make an NFL roster. Like Benefort or whatever, the guy who's the starting second cornerback for the Buffalo Bills right now was a 6th round pick from Alabama, I believe. Like, because he never played. But he still went to fucking Alabama. That's where I think Deion Sanders is going to get those kind of people. I think if me and you are seniors in high school, right? And Nick Saban comes calling, and then Deion Sanders walks into your fucking living room, and it's D1. He's in Colorado. Why wouldn't you want to go there?
All right. So let's just back this up.
How are you going to sell yourself against fucking Deion Sanders?
Hang on. Let's back this up.
Yes, sir.
Just a few months here.
Sure.
So recruiting period, you're a senior in high school.
Yep.
This past year.
Yep.
Okay. You're getting heavily recruited.
Sure.
Let's just say you're a wide receiver. Okay.
Yep.
You got fucking hands that just don't stop. Nick Saban.
Yep.
Comes in and does a visit with you.
Sure.
And 4 days later, you got a visit scheduled with Deion Sanders.
Right.
You have Alabama and you have Colorado.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to have a better chance to play at Colorado. Right?
And that's, I guess this is where this whole decision boils down.
Colorado
Saban's
and like
hey, you are gonna be one of 5 guys at the top of my list to start. Whereas
for
Deion's
your position.
yeah, you're gonna be top 5 receiver. Bring
Sure.
you in, you play your ass off.
Yeah.
You know, you may have a
Yeah,
spot.
I'm with you. Yep.
Where Deion is like, come to Colorado, you are starting.
Yeah.
But here's the other half of this coin. When you go to college or get recruited, what do you want to do? Do you want to win a national championship? Do you want that under your belt?
That's a good point.
What do you want? Do you want to go down as the greatest wide receiver in Colorado history and never sniff the playoff system? Or do you want to go to Alabama,
Well,
play
so
maybe second fiddle, maybe get in there, but win a national championship?
I will invoke the great and powerful, who's no longer my friend, Tim, little Timmy. He would always say, you don't go to college to go to college. You go to college to go to the pros. I mean, that's
Isn't that the goal, though? I mean, as we're all young youths,
Yeah.
as we were 8, 9 years old, we all envisioned catching the game-winning touchdown,
pros. Yeah.
Scoring the Game 7
Right.
overtime winner to win the Stanley Cup,
Sure.
making the three-pointer over the tallest fucking guy to win the NBA championship. We all thought about this.
Right. So if your job is to get exposure,
Your
get
job or your goal?
goal, and get good game tape to get to the pros, I'm going Colorado.
I'm going to Bama.
Really?
Uh,
But what if you never see the field?
I still can add national champion to my resume.
But you didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like,
So you did everything at Colorado and didn't get anything for it.
yeah, but
what would you rather have?
but let's say you average.
Brian Scalabrine has a fucking NBA championship ring.
Where did he go to college?
Montana State.
Okay. Right. So, and he was a second round pick? He had to have
Where
been.
the fuck he went?
He had to have been a second round pick.
Oh fuck! I still gotta pull up Wikipedia.
There's no way he's a first round pick. He's probably a third round pick.
6'9", 235.
Jesus Christ. I was 220.
Second round pick.
Second round pick.
34th overall. So
Okay.
early second round.
Yeah.
He went to Highline Community College,
Yeah.
and he was a second round pick, pretty much because of his size, 6'9", 235.
Yeah. I think Brian Scalabrine is an unofficial sponsor of this podcast. Like we love people like Brian Scalabrine, We love the Judd Bushlers. I would
Well,
pay.
he went Highline College, and he transferred to USC.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, he was a top scorer, leader in field goals and rebounds. He also played center.
Okay. Yeah. So
The
he
Nets picked him in the 2001 draft, 34th.
yeah. So he's second round pick. If I'm a receiver, if I'm a receiver, wouldn't you want to go like Texas Tech? Like somewhere like wide Hawaii? Like those wide open guys. Like Michigan, which drives me crazy about Michigan is that you have all the talent, you have great recruiting abilities, you have a coach that was a quarterback. Why are you still running fucking like 11 personnel? Like why don't you go like 4 wide, 5 wide? Open the shit up.
Our running backs have been just fucking lights out the last.
But they've
3
done
years.
shit. They've done shit in the pros. Admit it.
Yeah, but we can make this argument for literally every team except for Ohio State. They're
And
fucking-
Bama.
What player there is balling out all the time in the NFL?
Eddie
Which
George.
Okay, and
Griffin.
Jesus Christ, we're going back 30 fucking
Well, back-to-back Heismans.
yeah, 30 years ago.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
only fucking school that is producing a position player on the regular right now
Mhm.
is Ohio State. Everybody wants to say their quarterback room. Fuck their quarterback.
No,
room
I
is
agree.
Straight garbage. It's the receivers.
I agree.
End of fucking story. There, you can't sit there and say, Bama's fucking quarterbacks, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
It's
No, I
Ohio
think
State
I
is
think Alabama's
running away with that category. And
Alabama's defensive backfield probably has more starters and more contributors in the NFL than probably any other college ever.
And Phil Lowe just asked, he goes, what if you go to Alabama and they don't make the national championship? You could have went to Colorado and balled out. That's great.
Yeah. So your job. So your brand, right? Your NIL brand.
Your goal. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so different now because like 2 years ago, if you were a competitive person on Alabama and you just never broke the fucking mold of the first team, and you still go to the combine and you still fucking max out on all your shit, right? So you're still in like the top 5, all the things, and you went to Alabama, they're going to give you a look. And that's where I think literally the Bills have found really great players because they're like, well, he played at Alabama. Did he play? Well, he didn't play a lot, but he every day was going up against Julio Jones and all these fucking people, right? If I was a good receiver, I wouldn't go to Alabama. I just wouldn't. If I was a good receiver, I'd go to Ohio State. But Ohio State has shit quarterbacks.
All their quarterback has to do is just throw it in the general vicinity of those guys. And they're making highlight reel catches to make the CJ Strouds, and I don't even know who fucking came
Haskins.
Haskins, who is now dead.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Who the fuck was that douchebag that the fucking Bills fucking drafted? Cardell Jones.
Cardell Jones, yep.
Because you know what he did? He came in to the
He didn't do
playoffs
shit.
that they should never have gotten into to begin with.
Right.
They backdoored their way into that fucking game. And all he did was throw the fucking ball up and watch those 5-star receivers make miraculous catches. And yet that motherfucker was a top 15 draft pick.
No, he was not.
Whatever.
Cardell Jones got drafted in like the 3rd or 5th round.
Fuck him too. And all he's done, every Ohio State quarterback, clipboard.
Is shit.
Or like Braxton Miller decided, well, I guess I better be a receiver because I can't throw the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I mean,
And he was a great receiver.
He was nasty. He still wasn't a great receiver.
I mean, he was an athlete.
He was. That's all you got. He's an
Yeah.
athlete.
So
And,
I think
Ohio State is 100% wide receiver you right now.
and that's a lot for you to say.
Dude, it fucking hurts every ounce of my being to say that. But being a realist, being a college football fan, I can admit it. That those fucking guys, those receivers are so.
Dude, there's a guy in the Jets that played for Ohio State.
Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
Dude's he's stupid good.
And he's never gotten the opportunity.
Well, he's getting it now because
I know.
apparently Aaron Rodgers loves this kid.
I know.
And Najibna dude.
Okay.
He's fucking great.
We can't say
Harrison
no.
comes out next year. He's
You ain't
definitely
black.
going fucking
Hey,
top.
don't
You
say
ain't black. You ain't black.
don't say the N-word.
Yeah,
Garrett.
You ain't black.
Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't say that. So
So fucking. It's just dumb. And we seen it. Alabama had the New England Patriots dynasty going.
yeah.
They
Best offensive line. Like
those guys
You-
are fucking
you draft a yeah. Get a beer.
and they fell off the last 2 years. And don't take much in college for somebody else to jump into your fucking spot. And Bama kind of took a side road, and guess who jumped into their fucking place? Georgia. And they're another Alabama. They keep getting the recruits because everybody I think that's the goal. It's like you want to go to college, you want to play for a fucking solid school, you want to get looked at, you want to win a national championship.
Sure.
That's that. And Georgia's one of those schools.
Yeah, I mean, in Georgia, so over the last couple of years, what are they known for? Well, they've produced 2 good quarterbacks, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Stetson Bennett is widely underappreciated. Stetson Bennett reminds me of Drew Brees.
I'm still out on him.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about him.
He makes every throw Drew Brees makes. He's Drew Brees' size. I think he's smaller than Drew Brees, which scares me.
Yes.
So he'll get broken in half. But I'm just saying, if I have a kid, and I have 2 kids, maybe 3 kids, because for a period of a long time, someone would call and leave me voicemail saying, I got a sister pregnant, but never like a callback number. Just like, hey, you got my sister pregnant. I might have a 29-year-old. I don't know. That'd be cool. I hope he or she is great. But let's say that person has the opportunity to go to a school, go to Colorado, meet Deion. What the fuck? It's Deion fucking Sanders. Deion Sanders, I would have legit nerves meeting Deion Sanders. Nick Saban? No. Debo? No. Mike Singletary? No. Deion Sanders would make me like
Wet.
I was going to say SWV weak in the knees, but I don't know if that was going to make sense. Is that the right song? The right people? Weak in the knees, SWV?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That they would make me weak in the knee. Can you imagine if Deion Sanders with his club foot, because he's got diabetes or something's going on with him, he limps into your fucking living room.
Limps in your bedroom.
And Deion talks in fucking rhymes like goddamn Martin Luther King. He's just like,
So man, jury's out on him being a coach. I think motivator and what I think he's that guy, like a recruiter. You want to go play for Deion. I mean, you do.
So
and
tell me,
there's talk about, and this is a huge fucking rumor going around right now about Michigan next year. Apparently the whole fucking 3-game suspension this year was to try to head off the NCAA for what a little more is coming down the pipeline.
sure.
Harbaugh might be getting the death sentence.
Mm.
And I'm like, if that's the case, why do 3 games this year if you're going to get the whole year next year? And then there's the whole talk about him going to the NFL. And then people are like, we need to throw money at Deion. I'm like, and everybody's like, no. Deion is not a Michigan guy. He will. And I tell you one thing, the fucking boosters are like, nah, we're good. We'll bring in like Mike Hart
Sure.
or the other Zentner guy that's there, and we'll be okay. They don't want Deion. If Harbaugh goes, I don't know, man. I love the guy. I think he's done very well
okay
for our school.
Yeah, he's done okay.
I mean, he turns shit around. You want to go play for a guy that played in the NFL. You want to play for a guy that went to that college and has that pedigree and everything. And like, that's the guy you want to come play for. And I'm hearing the Ohio State quarterback room is in shambles right now because now Ryan Day actually has to coach.
Mm-hmm.
He had Urban's guys that just fucking ran like a well-oiled machine.
Yep.
For the first 3 years.
Right.
And we just fucking curb stomped them the last 2 years.
Sure.
Now Ryan Day's got to go, these are my guys now, and I don't know what to do, and they can't figure out a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Where we have
Michigan.
Heisman caliber running back, probably two of them in Corum.
Is that Hart?
Edwards. No, Mike Hart's our running backs coach.
Oh, okay.
He's actually head coach this weekend.
Jeez, fuck. Sorry.
And Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum.
Corum,
the best 1-2 punch in college football right now. And JJ McCarthy is probably one of the most lethal quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah, that guy has Joe Burrow level.
Just ice in his face. He's so fucking good. And the thing is, watching him come through, I mean, we knew he was in the waiting, and even after the whole Cade McNamara thing,
it's just
everybody
different.
was screaming for JJ.
Yeah.
Because he went to IMG down in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and we knew what we had. He's a 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
When he came here, he's like, I don't care how long it takes. I will learn from everybody. I will start when I get there. When it's my time, we're taking over.
When he got in, holy shit. I think I texted you. I was watching some fucking game. It might have been Michigan, Ohio State.
Fucking flappable. And
Yeah.
that's the thing I love about it. He's a big dude. He's mobile, and he's got an absolute fucking cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And he can throw the ball. But, I mean, I'm happy. I like where Michigan football's at now.
Mm-hmm.
We're back. You can't talk about the college football playoff without us.
Mm-hmm.
And you shit on me for 10, 12 years now. And I got the receipts. They're all in Facebook, all the
Yeah, I know.
memories. And I'm
I
going to
know.
tag you in that shit. And guess where we're going next weekend, buddy?
Yeah.
Guess where you're going?
Yeah. I'm excited.
To the Mecca.
I know.
To the fucking greatest college football stadium ever.
I'm beyond excited to go to Michigan.
This
I really am.
is going to be is going to mind blow you. Granted, it's Bowling Green. It'll be a night game.
Doesn't matter.
The student section is going to be fucking hammered.
Yep.
We're going to be up by 40 at halftime. They're all going to leave, and then dude.
I'm beyond excited.
I've been so many fucking times, but walking through those gates, the hair stands up on my body. It's so awesome.
If I can tell you, my problem with Michigan is because I love you so much. I love you. Like when the Bills lose.
Just get to it.
Hold on. No, wait. When the Bills lose, you text me and you go, ha ha ha, because you want me to feel bad.
Don't even start with this.
When Michigan does bad, even if they win, and it's because of mediocre quarterback play, and you have a coach that was a quarterback, albeit kind of mediocre. He was okay for the Colts. We'll give him that, right? It just seems
fucking Jim Kelly punched him in the mouth.
Yeah, and he deserved it probably. It just seems to me that Michigan should have, over the last couple of years, a crop of genius quarterbacks. Yeah. And they don't.
Now.
And they don't.
Yeah.
Or even like if you take a shit, like take Texas Tech, let's just say, for example.
Back in Mahomes days?
Not even that. Take Mahomes out of it. Texas Tech's quarterbacks will always have 1 billion yards, 1 billion touchdowns, all that shit. They just will. Hawaii, same thing.
Michigan has always been run heavy. Always.
I know, which I don't get.
I don't either. It's Big Ten football. It's a little different. Ohio State's been the outlier. They love slinging the ball around because they got guys that can just catch.
Sure.
But most of that, like Nebraska, Indiana, Penn State, everything, it's smash mouth football. Like it is big dudes up front. We're going to run. We're going to run the fucking ball down your throat, and we're going to make you stop us. And that's the way it's been. But once Cade McNamara got here, we kind of switched to a little bit more of a pro-style offense where
50-50.
Yeah. We kind of got back there where we were throwing the ball a little bit more.
Right.
But JJ now, he is a fucking threat no matter what.
Right.
I mean, back in the Denard Robinson days.
Oh, my God.
He was running 99% of the time.
Yeah, it was Wildcat basically.
Yeah. I think that was like the first college Wildcat it was.
Yeah.
And he legit was one of those guys. I mean, you got that in college now. Well, these guys are, the Michael Vick shit, Lamar Jackson, where they're not a pocket passer. They're not pro style offense. He's looking, he sees his first option ain't there, tuck the ball because you're an athlete and they can run.
I'm willing to bet you though, and I don't know the stats, that Vic and Jackson have thrown thousands of yards in a season more than any Michigan quarterback.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
And that's why I get really mad for you.
Dude, it's frustrating because I'm watching these guys week in, week out. I mean, Saturdays come, noon the TV comes on, beers get cracked probably before that. I'm watching football until 2 a.m.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
Chris is like, go to bed. I'm like, no. The fucking Pack After Dark is on. She's like, what are you watching? Fucking California, Wyoming, because they're gonna put up 100 points. This is gonna be entertaining as fuck. I have beer, and it's college fucking football.
Yeah,
this is what I live for.
And you, my friend, my best friend in the world, is in a knuckle biter on teams that you guys should legit have blown out.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason. And that's what I don't like. Yeah. That's why I kept saying, your coach is autistic. You get rid of him.
Yeah, but we can't. I love the guy, and I'm glad he's our coach, and I'm glad things have turned around. We went through so much shit with
this is why
Brady
I like
Hoke and Rich Rodriguez and all this shit. We finally got a fucking coach.
Rodriguez sucked.
Yeah.
Card they shouldn't have got rid of.
That was, yeah.
They
I
should
agree with that. But
so this is why. Hold on. Let me land my plane. So this is why I think you get a figurehead that is, he's the program, right? Dion, the program. Saban, the program. Saban also has revolutionary guys running the offense. So he can make a shit box like Mac Jones into a first-round draft pick. That's what Michigan should do. But I think there's something weird in the Harbaugh universe that says, nope, this is the way we're going to do it. And that's why I think Harbaugh's failing Michigan a little bit.
We have.
I'm not going to say this next week.
Always been a fucking run-first university.
Yeah, but
heavy on that.
But tell me the last
play has been whatever.
Right.
Now, I think with the way JJ's playing, Cade McNamara brought us into the we're going to throw the ball. We're going to fucking sit in the pocket. We're going to fucking gun the ball first. We got running backs that can back us up. Kate, once JJ took over last year in game 2, it was over. We're throwing the fucking ball. We got good receivers. We got phenomenal running backs. Now we have a balanced attack. The guys behind JJ are just like him.
Yeah.
They are legit.
No one's like that kid.
But they're close. They're the same style as him. So
right.
I'm like, we are gonna become an aerial assault team at some point. And I mean, I can't tell you how many games. And we were running the fuck out of the ball. And everybody was booing because they wanted us to throw the ball.
Yeah.
All the receivers are running those routes. Run, like throw the fucking ball. These guys are mismatched. You have a mismatch. Throw the ball to them and go.
Yeah. So if Brady is like in let's say he's a top 10 wide receiver candidate, right? Right. Top 10 recruit.
My son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Michigan's the way it is right now, I would hope that you would say, think about it.
Yeah, go.
You're such a homer.
Everybody's asking me too about Alba too. They're like, hey, she's killing it in volleyball and she's got fucking Iowa knocking down her door, Penn State and Ohio State. Where's she going? And I'm like, I don't have to answer that question. I'll tell you one thing. She's going to say, fuck Ohio State.
Yeah.
She ain't going there. She goes, I don't care. They offer me the world. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Goes, I'll go to a fucking D2 school before
I get that. Yeah. I totally get that. But like, to me, if my son is like a number 1 recruit, let's just say, and he's a great receiver. I don't know that I want him to go to Alabama that doesn't throw the ball or Michigan that doesn't throw the ball. Like, just get the ball in his hands and let him show like what he's capable of. Because like,
They're gonna know that.
well, you can be a Julio Jones, sure, you know, that kind of shit. But like, I think that Michigan over the last couple of years has obviously gotten better, and I've been
strides, bro.
and I've been, dude. I was in Arkansas at this brewery, and I texted you. I'm like, I think you guys are going to beat Ohio State, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Like, how do I hear that shit, bro? I'm trying to block that out of my head. I don't need to hear it from you.
Yeah, I know. So, but I'm watching the Ohio State game with you. But I'm watching the Michigan game with my father-in-law. He's wearing his Michigan parka, like a legit starter jacket from the 80s. And I'm like, I think my father-in-law and I snuck away. Like, everyone's going on a hike. I'm like, Chuck, let's get the fuck out of here. We're going to go find a bar and watch this fucking game, right? And because I don't know, I've been with Tanya for 13 years. And over the last maybe 8, we've done like a joint Thanksgiving weekend type of thing. And I'm like, well, hey, let's just get away for a little bit. And I want to watch this one game. I don't watch a lot of college football. I just don't.
That's all I do.
And it just coincides on a weekend where Ohio State and Michigan are playing. We're all together. He's a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
He grew up in Michigan.
Yeah, I love chalk.
Let's sneak away. Watch a game, you know? And Michigan would hold on for a little bit and then get their shit kicked out of them by like 30 in the second half. So it'd be like 21-13 Ohio State, and it ended up being like 48 fucking whatever the fuck.
So
Ohio.
2 years ago, was at home. We won. Chris didn't go. It was
Right.
2 years before that. We walked out of the game early in the third quarter. We were parked a fucking million miles away.
Breaks
But it was
beat
so out
off
of
you guys,
control.
though.
Yeah, it was so out of control. I left,
Yeah.
and I'm the guy. I'm going to a Sabres game. They're getting their asses kicked 5-2. I'm not leaving until the final horn goes up.
Right.
I paid for the tickets, whatever. I have
And in
season
hockey,
tickets.
things
I
can
have-
change real quick.
They can. In football too, it don't take much, man.
No.
Quick pick six and something, and fucking boom! All of a sudden, you're in a one-score game. But anyhow, Ohio State was just beating the brakes off us. And it was a shitty fucking November day. And we have season tickets, and I didn't want to do it. And I looked at Krista, and we both had enough. We're like, because I think I was going to keep her from fighting the asshole Ohio State fans next to us. So I'm like, we should just go. And we had a fucking 3-mile walk back to our car.
Sure.
And we left. And I'm like, that was one of the first times I've ever left a sporting event early.
Yeah.
Win, lose, draw, whatever. I'm there. I paid my money. I'm gonna watch this game to the end. You never know what could happen. There
I
could be
think
a
I was in
fight, whatever. But
I think it was close to Asheville, North Carolina, and I remember texting you at halftime, going, "Holy shit, it's a game!" And then by the third quarter, I texted you, and you were there.
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
Oh, no work.
At the third quarter, I was like, "Oh my god!" And you didn't text me for 2 days later. You're like, "Yeah, we left."
Yeah, the phone once in at Michigan Stadium.
It's
so
just too much.
say
Yeah,
the game's at 3:30. All phone activity stops around noon.
right. It was just
And
too much.
We were at Krista couldn't go, so Charlie went with me, and we were just at the Penn State game the week before.
Yeah,
So we're at Happy Valley. We
this
come
is
home,
this is
and-
this is the good game.
yeah. This
Yeah.
was 2 years ago when we won,
Yeah,
and we're sitting there in our season tickets, and we're like, we're beating them. The snow started to fall,
hmm
and it got the clock's ticking.
You guys
Charlie-
got a
dude, I'm
Michigan
about to-
got a
I'm
weird-
I'm gonna crack a little here.
Michigan
And
got a
Charlie
weird.
looks at me, and I'm going, bro, this is about to happen. He goes, we're gonna win this game, and I'm like,
Right when
I know how this story plays out.
right when Michigan would normally fuck up,
Yeah,
Michigan came up with a great interception
yeah.
And I go to Chuck. I grabbed him, and I was like, by his starter jacket, I was like, I think Michigan's going to win. He goes, I'm not going to say that right now.
Yeah.
And
I was like, I've seen this story before.
and
it
we're getting
doesn't end
text.
well.
We're getting text from like when Kathy texts Chuck, it's time to go. And I'm like, we're not leaving. We are not leaving this TV because I know Daryl's at the game with Charlie. We're gonna watch it, and he's not responding to my text because I think he probably
we
threw
have
his
no
phone.
cell phone service, dude. No, everything just spins.
Yeah, and it was I know I talk shit. I was so happy for you.
Even
That's-
the Ohio State guys were like, "It's over." I'm like, "No, there's time on the clock." And
Yeah.
I've seen what you guys can do.
Yeah, no, I get
And
it.
they're like, "No, man, look at the sideline." You looked over and you could see it. Michigan sideline, everybody's fucking jumping, and I was like, I'm looking at Charlie. I go, "Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen?
Yeah,
Is this gonna happen?"
yeah.
And the fucking game was over.
It ended up being like
Game
what, a
over?
17-point game?
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
it was-
wasn't truly close, but you.
It was over enough to
Yeah.
you for Michigan people to celebrate, and even my father-in-law was like, "Nope, something's gonna happen."
Exactly. That's all I thought. And Charlie looks at me, he goes, "We going?" I said, "You fucking bet your life we're going."
Yeah.
And right down the fucking field. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a long way down.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And we were on the 50-yard line. I took pictures.
yeah.
It was, aside from my children being born and my getting married, that was the greatest moment of my life.
No, I've
I am
seen
not
you.
gonna lie to you.
I've seen you getting married, and the pictures in your video are way happier. And I get
I
it,
was
man.
like, holy fuck. And again, my phone's not working. So Ann Arbor was just an absolute shit show.
Yeah,
And it was, I mean, we went back to the tailgate, had a couple beers, and then we walked fucking mile over to my truck. And it was just bumper to bumper. It took us 2 hours to get back to the hotel. Finally, my phone works, and Krista calls. And I'm in my truck, and I'm crying.
yeah,
And I told her, I says, guess what? You ain't ever going to an Ohio State Michigan game again.
right.
I
Yeah,
go, Charlie's going.
yeah,
So this year it's coming up. And we were just on a boat with Charlie a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, yo, you ready for the Ohio State game? Krista goes, the fuck he's going. I'm like, he's the good luck charm. We got to go.
no, do not break tradition. No, dude,
If
I
we
was-
go this year. Krista goes this year and they lose. That's it. Never going again.
I was so happy for you.
That was a one shining moment. And
So, can you appreciate for me as a friend that?
no.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, I got the receipts of you just literally like that panda, like our old opening thing, the panda shitting in the other panda's mouth. That was you.
I love when my friends that can handle it get the world shit on them.
I know. I keep receipts, bro.
But I love more when they're gonna get shit on and they do better.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that for you. I actually cried a little bit
Oh, I broke down.
not for me, not for Chuck, for you. I'm at this outdoor brewery thing. We moved our shit outside. We made them put the TV on. And I cried because I knew that you felt vindicated because your autistic, shitty coach finally beat Ohio State.
And watching Juwan Howard
Oh, yeah.
jump over and the exchange him and Harbaugh had,
Yeah.
dude, it made my dick hard.
I mean, Michigan.
Being on a 50-yard line and listening to them play Mr. Brightside over and over and over again, and then the Pump It Up song, and watching the fucking Fox Skycam like be 4 feet above our head,
Right.
just swiveling around because it was just a sea of humanity.
Oh,
And like I
and-
said, it's a long way to jump from those seats down to the fucking stadium grounds and then getting back up. I'm like,
I mean, but dude, you were on
Cloud9.
the actual field.
Yeah.
which you have no
That
business
was
being.
the second time I was there.
It's insane.
Charlie,
So-
Charlie looks at me. He goes, "We going?" I'm like, "You bet your fucking sweet ass."
I don't care
And
if
the
we go to jail
the
for 9 years.
dude. The cops they legit were standing there helping people down so they.
That's
didn't get
awesome.
hurt.
Good for them.
It was probably a 7-8 foot drop. I didn't realize it was that far.
So
And
last
we were
year,
only 30 rows up.
I was in town. I was in Ann Arbor for Thanksgiving for the Bills Detroit game, right? And we find this weird bar, and they give us seats outside, and it's kind of cold, so they put the heaters on, stuff like that. And the kids are being kids and whatever. And the games are long, So
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
where you are as a parent when you finally get your seats is not even close to where you need to be when your kids start being kids, right? So, our kids get cold, they start going inside, whatever. So we move our shit inside, and it was kind of a close game last year. Like halftime was iffy, iffy. You could see Michigan had more momentum the entire game, like momentum. But we go inside, and I'd never heard Brightside played ever, like around Michigan people, right?
Dude, legit. Wait until next weekend.
I can't wait. But
Because they got new scoreboards, and I heard there's an interactive bullshit, and I heard it's gonna be fucking mind blowing.
yeah, so I'm inside watching my kids play fucking this skee ball game or whatever, and I'm watching the football game. I'm like, I think they're gonna fucking win. And every time Ohio State has the ball, everyone's looking down. They're on their phones. And then when Ohio State would get a 3 and out, or if Michigan had a decent defensive play, like interception or whatever, everyone starts looking up and phones are all down and everyone's going crazy. And all of a sudden, when Michigan won, Brightside, I'm like, I fucking get it now. And again, I texted you. I'm so happy for you. I love you.
I'll tell you one thing, and I've said this 100 times.
Now, when the Bills win, hold on. When the Bills win, you go, yeah. It's like getting a text from a 1930s gangster. Yeah.
College football is way different than the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
One game, the Bills, that doesn't make their season. You lose one game in college, it's over.
Yeah. When the Chiefs beat the Bills with 13 seconds left.
Oh, God, I love that so much.
I know.
Warm my cockles.
And my phone vibrated. I'm like, that's Daryl talking shit. So what I want you to have is a little bit more compassion. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Okay.
Dude, I have receipts. You shit on me for a long time. And as best friends, I can handle it. And I am going to fucking just enjoy the good days that I get right now. But I'll tell you one thing. Walking into Ralph Wilson, Highmark, whatever the fuck it is now, it was a fart.
I don't know.
And seeing 70,000 people, that's a lot of fucking people.
It is.
It really is. Walking into the big house, like when we walk
108,000.
Yeah, 110,000 people. It's ground level. We walk in dead center in the middle of the stadium. Half of it's underground.
Mm-hmm.
When the whole thing fills up,
Mm-hmm.
you feel this fucking big.
Yeah. Good.
It just the whole, wow, there's a fucking lot of people here.
Yeah.
That'll get you. It's a great experience. Like tailgate is going to be off the fucking chain.
I'm so excited to be there next week.
Yeah.
But I mean, I will tell you, I've been so happy for you over the last couple of years because you deserve it. You know?
I ain't shit for so long. I'm happy. Hey, you can't be fucking Georgia. What the fuck happening in CC? That's fine. We're there. We're knocking on the door. We're in the conversation now. Where before we were a laughing stock.
Mm-hmm.
And we fucking destroyed, not beat, destroyed Ohio State 2 years in a row. And guess what? Could be 3 in a row.
Ohio State is shit this year.
They don't have a quarterback, and I guess that's the big problem.
Yeah.
I don't follow a lot of their shit, but the message boards
bad.
are saying that Ryan Day has no faith in whoever they started last week.
It's bad.
And they struggled against Indiana.
It's bad. Yeah,
which was
you guys.
weird because that was a Big Ten game. Right out of the shoot, which was weird.
Michigan should probably win by 30. And then Chris is going to have to, she's going to go there. No, back in the day when they were tough, your mom couldn't come, but now she can come. No, it's going to be a lot. So I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
I just think hypothetically that a team that has a coach or right? Is he a coach? Head coach? Harbaugh, head coach? Right?
Yeah.
That's a quarterback. Should actually make good quarterbacks.
And that's the thing too, and that was the knock on Harbaugh, is he's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer.
And this is 6th year, 7th year, 10th.
Well, hang on. This will be our 9th year having season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
8, I think, with Harbaugh.
So he's had 8 years to produce good receivers, which they're shit at.
Our receivers are okay.
Other than Jake Butt.
Well, he was a tight end, you dumbass.
Okay, receiver. He's not a blocker.
Yes, he was. He was fucking amazing. And it really sucks that his career got cut short by injuries because he got drafted by the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so good.
He played, 2 years?
Yeah. Just hands
Maybe.
like there's no tomorrow. Could block. He did everything. He was a fucking pure stud at tight end.
Okay.
We got some good receivers.
When's the last? Okay.
We have phenomenal running backs. I swear to God, you could see 3 Michigan people at the Heisman Trophy stand in Vegas this year.
No.
New York City.
No, you won't.
2. Corum and McCarthy, possibly.
No.
No.
McCarthy, yes.
1. Corum is absolutely gonna fucking wreck shit. He should have been there last year, but he got hurt. He got snubbed. He should have got nominated. End of story. He got hurt. Blah blah blah.
I don't think that.
Is so good.
Okay, so when's the last time that there's been a Heisman ceremony where the quarterback and a running back from the same team were on the list?
We're gonna break the mold this year.
Okay. You got to pick the devil you're going to go dance with. Okay, so I say you guys dance with the fucking pass. Do it. Open it up.
I want to, and we are. It's gotten better. And every quarterback behind McCarthy is the same style. Throw. But I also have a little athleticism that to make a play, I can make a play.
I actually hate
we
that.
Got no more running. All these like the fuck's climbing over my face. Never know. I should have more beer. No more Denard where it's run first, and then maybe think about throwing it. Now it is.
Bush.
Let's go. Throw the ball.
Yeah. No, I hope that you guys do well.
Me too. I hope to.
Let's go to the NFL. NFL.
Hour and a half. Hour and 40 minutes it took us to get here.
I was just trying to make sure you're okay. Oh, wait, no. Hey, Daryl, did you know that dolphins
are that fucked fish?
Yeah.
I did know that because you told me earlier.
Hey, did you guys know that a dolphin will actually decapitate a fish
Hey,
and fuck it?
the moon was made of cheese. Would you eat it?
Oh,
Oh, hey.
hold
Check out a nice bar. Okay. Dolphin looks happy as fuck. But
Yeah.
hang on.
Yep.
Aren't dolphins the same ones that get high off the pufferfish?
I think so. So
Don't they fucking come over and blow them up and then pass them around their friends like a fucking nitrous balloon at a fucking rave?
I think so, but this
Okay.
is I think this is a dolphin, like an actual dolphin. I think the dolphins that we know.
It's got its dick in a headless.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna scroll down. Oh, nope. Okay.
It's literally fucking.
Yeah. So
I mean, come on, we've all been there, right?
hold on. So
I mean, couch cushions and a warm bag of mayonnaise in the microwave. I've heard about that.
I think my friend that's named after a big city in England would call that a Fifi bag.
I've heard it called that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was like, "What the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
about?"
So
Like
our
that.
friend
They
that
would put mayonnaise in a or something in a
Ziploc
bag, and then put it in the microwave for like 5-10 seconds,
yep,
and then stick it in a couch cushion.
and then have sex with a cushion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it was called a Fifi bag.
Yes, I do. That sounds so familiar. Yeah,
I know.
I had a buddy that did that.
Yeah, we have the same buddy that did that. So this is here's the thing though. So a dolphin is way different than what a porpoise is, right?
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
just porpoises fucked headless fish.
I mean, I just really appreciate this.
I mean, how can you not?
Yeah. So
Wait,
hey,
did you see the fucking joy on that dolphin's face?
I know he's so happy. Look at his face.
The music's crazy. He's like, you imagine all the underwater noises that fuckers.
And this is obviously an aquarium, right? So like
Dude, I don't know. Subtle thrust.
I've met so many girls like this that have this fish.
Dude, just hammer away. That's fine. This dolphin just like.
I mean,
fuck.
like per capita, would you think that the dick should be bigger or smaller? I'd say bigger.
I'd say bigger. I think it should be bigger.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no champ, but
This is why I don't want to swim with the dolphins. I mean, this fucking music, Jesus Christ. The video's great, the music fucking
I would have done
Whoever
Jaws.
put the music to that video, you deserve a fucking Oscar.
I would have done Jaws.
But
Right.
have you ever seen the people like in Hawaii that go swim with a dolphin and they're like on a dock and the dolphin?
Oh, she's on her period too?
And the dolphin just absolutely fucks the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And she's like, ah, and you know she's in it. All right, dude.
I mean, that's good. I mean,
He even put his fucking his flipper over his eye, like, yeah.
he's actually blocking his face because of how happy he is. That's love. So what have we learned today, guys? Let's go. Daryl, in this podcast, what have you learned? Daryl, go ahead.
I have learned that dolphins
Okay, go ahead.
like to fucking shrimp corpse
Right.
or fish corpses, shrimp.
That's good.
I mean, and they're very happy about it.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the other question.
Mhm.
How did that fish end up without a head?
I think the dolphin ripped its head off.
Do dolphins eat fish?
Yes, they're
Oh, yeah.
fish. Well, they're mammals.
So it's cannibalism. I don't know. I do not know.
Well, what I love is like when some people share stuff about like, hey, this tiger brought this orangutan to the people. It's no, they're all killing each other. Nature is fucked up, right? And we're apes, right? You don't think you're an ape? You're a legit ape. No, you're an ape. You're an ape. No matter how you shake it, we're all primates, right?
Allegedly.
So we are really close to being things that are part of maybe a fish that walked on water, right? And we've all potentially look at them. So
Just a single fucking hip thrust. Do dolphins have hips? I mean,
he's got hips.
yo, how do they just? How does that happen?
Well, I
Does
think
another dolphin help get it there? Because I mean, if that fucking headless fish is just floating around, do you just throw your dick in? I mean, it's not like a girl laying in bed where your dick just it gets in there. This
Right.
is a fish in water which is constantly moving,
Mhm.
and you can just fuck headless fish.
I mean, who's the king of pauses? There's a lot of great people that pause. Chris is the greatest pauser of all time. Yeah, no, I think he or she, however she identifies, bit the head off of the fish and then fucked it. We've all been there.
This is praying mantis type shit.
Dolphin self-masturbates with beheaded fish. Good title.
Is that where how you got here?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, how do dolphins jack off? Now we know, like, so that's a dolphin, not a porpoise.
What's the difference? Is it the blowhole? I can't remember. I mean, I think I was told about this when I was a lot younger, and I
Okay.
obviously forgot.
What's the difference?
The head shape? I can't remember.
Oh God, I can't speak.
Type faster, retard.
Got you. Dolphin.
That poor porpoise.
And okay, and a porpoise. Got it.
Why do dolphins fuck corpses?
Okay. All right. So all air-breathing, warm-blooded mammals that nurse their young, the difference between a dolphin and a porpoise has to do with their appearance. Dolphins have longer snouts, bigger mouths, and more curved dorsal fins, and longer, leaner bodies than porpoises. So this is a porpoise. No, so this is a
Porpoises
dolphin.
are short and stocky. Then
Yeah, so this is a dolphin.
okay.
But I mean, who wouldn't? You know? Would you? I would.
Fucking this fish.
Yeah.
I'd pass. I mean, I guess it was a dolphin, and I mean, in your other source of entertainment is getting blowfish high and passing them around to your friends like a nitrous balloon at an EDM concert. Yeah, fuck it, whatever.
I do
Put
both.
your dick in some.
I do both. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this popper, right? But where are all the headless fish at? And the guy's like, hey, no, I got a guy.
I got a guy.
I got a guy. Like you never want to be around and always want to be around a guy that goes, I got a guy.
Always want to know the guy that knows.
Yeah. Hey, I got a guy.
Cool. I
Yeah.
don't care
So,
what that guy does, but I want to hang out with him.
all right. So we won't go into football betting. I got to piss and shit on my ass.
Yeah.
But hey, it's been great, guys. We should do this again.
I'm out. Next weekend.
Next weekend, we will do a podcast from our hotel room or Wild Wings.
Yeah. Next weekend's gonna be a crapshoot. Might have to be early before we go out drinking. So
Yeah.
we come back, it may happen.
Or it could happen.
It could, but
We won't be speaking English.
yeah.
All right. So next week we'll be in Michigan, going to a football game. My first time at the big house. I would love to do a podcast after I go to the big house, but it's not going to happen. So
No, because
we're
we're
gonna,
leaving there, and we have two choices. We can take the shuttle right from there because it's a night game to
Mhm.
the bars, or we can shoot back to the hotel, take the shuttle back to the hotel, and then get Uber back to the bars.
Sure.
Game time decision.
I never touch the stuff. So whatever. I'm a Mormon, and we'll just figure it out. But hey, thanks for sticking with us. And hey, keep fucking that chicken.
You're getting cold chicken wings.
Harbaugh is literally an autistic person.
Awesome,
That
yeah.
should not be a
So
quarterback.
awesome.
That should be a coach.
He said some shit the other day, and Sammy tagged me in a post. He's like, "This motherfucker definitely talks to aliens." I'm like, "There's no doubt about it."
Yeah.
I love
he's-
his sound bites, his clips. He just doesn't give a fuck, and he is so far gone.
He seems very Aspergery.
That's fine. I love the
Yeah.
guy. I really
Yeah.
do. I kind of hoping this shit goes away and he's our coach for the next 5-10 years.
Other than my cousin, I don't want to see a grown man wearing khakis. I just I just don't.
He got rid of the khaki one. He's
Okay.
wearing the dark blue ones now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So is he still suspended for the game that we're going to be at?
Yeah, that'll be the last one.
Oh, fuck. All right, cool. All right, well, we will see you next week from the great state of Michigan and the great city of Ann Arbor, which I adore.
Dude, it's a great fucking town.
Yeah. Would move there in a second.
My daughter, when we were there last year, driving around trying to pick up the jerseys that I bought from a guy in Grand Rapids, we went to a part in like southwest Ann Arbor that we'd never been to. We were just driving around, meet this guy, and Abo was just sitting in the back seat looking around. She's like, "Holy shit!" She goes,
Yeah.
I'd move here, and I'm looking at Krista, and I go, "What?" She goes, "I don't give a shit about my friends or anything." She goes, "Let's move here." I'm like, and for what we're paying for hotels and tickets for
Oh my God,
for
yeah.
new game, and
Yeah.
like I text you, I told Chris, I'm like, we should just buy a fucking house out here.
It's cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah. And as many games as I'm gonna start going to, and I told her, I'm like, fuck this. I'll drive out every weekend. I don't care anymore. I just want to go. I just love it. It's so much fun.
We're out.
So much fun.
And Daryl's going to fall asleep. I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
drop a couple beats here. What time is it? 11, 12, 15? Yeah. I got one more beer in the freezer.
Well, hey, if you're going to drop beats, just stay around. You can drop beats on this thing, right?
No, I like Deck's upstairs.
Oh, shit. I was going to say, I could listen to you drop beats while I drink like a couple beers. So,
No, it's upstairs in the bedroom. I was gonna bring it down, but
all right. Well, I'm turned down.
maybe
All right.
maybe in 3 weeks we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. Later, guys. And